Hello and welcome back to episode 50 here on the OmathaCraft Season 4 server. How exciting is that 50? That's a lot. That's a lot of episodes. But here we are in the Nether, and in the last episode that came out on Tuesday, if you haven't already seen it, we launched OmathaCraft Season 4 in the Nether update. And we're starting things off where we left off. I only finished that clip just a couple of seconds ago, but we're starting things straight off again right here. And let's take a look at things. So I've got my my piglin that's called Hoglin, because just to add to the confusion, who is going to be doing our bartering for us, and he's getting us a whole bunch of stuff. If we take a look in this chest, we've got some bits and pieces which I ran through in the last episode. And the one thing that's quite important is the crying obsidian. Now, the reason I want crying obsidian is because of respawn anchors. These respawn anchors are super useful. These allow you to set your spawn in the Nether, which of course is really useful because the Nether is dangerous. It hurts. I have died once so far in the Nether. Obviously, I kept all my stuff. I didn't lose it. I died to a Hoglin. I had a few Hoglins on me, and yes, it gets dangerous quick. So those respawn anchors are incredibly important, and this is why I really want this piglin to give me as much crying obsidian as possible, because I want to start selling the respawn anchor. So what we need to make a respawn anchor is we need 6 crying obsidian, and then we need a whole bunch of glowstone. I believe my glowstones are over in this box here. So there we go, and as we can see, if we just hold down shift, as you'll see, we need that 6 crying obsidian and 3 of those, and that makes us a respawn anchor. Now these respawn anchors is what we're going to be using. They obviously need to be stocked up with glowstone, so that's maybe something we could sell on the sidelines. Now that's made me think, does this give you glowstone dust? Look at that. So you can actually get the stuff to stock it straight away. That is amazing. So these things here is what we are going to be selling. Now, I want to make a shop out here in the Nether. So let's pop on our elytra, which is already on. I have to keep double checking because I'm swapping between the two quite a bit. And I know Cal has been busy, yes, clearing out a big area around here, making sure things are just, there's a bit more space to roam around and build things. So I think that's what I want to do, is I want to pick out an area. I don't want to make something too big, but I've got a fairly cool idea of what I'd like to make for our shop. So let's head to the quick testing world. Let's quickly design what we want to make. Once we've done that, we'll get on here, we'll build it, and then we'll work out what we're going to sell them for. Now, here we are in the testing world, and it's a fairly simple shop. As you can see, we're actually playing with portals because we're going to use this purpley theme. Now, I actually want to go into game mode survival just to test this out properly, because otherwise we'll be jumping through the portals here and there. Now, those portals aren't actually going to go anywhere. That is just basically our walls. So you're able to just walk through, stand inside, and it's a really small box. We've got crying obsidian on the ceiling, and we have some shroom lights in the floor, give a bit of light. We've also got these end rods just here, which without our texture pack are actually purple, but they also work with that grey also. And we've got the crying obsidian and shroom lights in the floor, and this is where we're going to be selling our respawn anchors and maybe selling glowstone, and who knows what else we might sell further down the line. So that is what we're going to go and build in the Nether. Now what we need to do is we need to gather up crying obsidian and obsidian so we can build this thing up. And as we can see, I have built up the shop. We are still missing a few end rods here and there. I need a couple there, and I need one more to pop just there. But the portals have been set up. The crying obsidian is now in place. We've got those shroom lights in the roof giving off a little bit of light. And I didn't realise, actually, crying obsidian does give off a little bit of light, which is quite nice to see. But this thing is looking pretty cool. The light little box. It reminds me of a respawn anchor, which is kind of what we are going for just there. I didn't want anything too big, so I think that is quite a good size. But yeah, in here, we don't have anything so far, but we have our 2 chests, and I've just put left 2 signs saying things to be sold here soon, so we will begin to stock them up bit by bit. But if we head back over to the base, I've actually used up all of my crying obsidian. So our piglin down here, who has been doing some work, is if we can see, yeah, he has been busy. If we come and take a look in this chest, look at all of that gear we've been getting. We've been getting lots of soul speed boots, and we actually got a soul speed 3 book. That book I have actually put on these diamond boots. It was too expensive to put on my netherite boots, so I've had to put them on my diamond boots, which I'm then going to convert into netherite when we go and get some more netherite. But what I want to do next is I want to start working on the base around here. I want to get this building up, so I think this is the perfect opportunity for a time lapse. And there we go. So after that time lapse, we have this built up. Now things have changed since that time lapse, and that is to be expected. I have done a bit more work of camera detailing this place just a little bit more. So you'll see up at the top, we've kind of got this, we basically have our tower basically done on the outsides. We have this up at the top, so we've got this stripped crimson wood up at the top. Now I'm thinking of changing those logs which show the edges to the sides. I can't remember what they're called. Are they called wood? Is it just called wood? I think stripped wood. So I think we'll do something like that. But we have this twisting vine coming up and down in the middle, and this takes us down to all the different layers. If we pop down to this layer down here, let's say, you'll see we've got these warped trap doors. Now behind those warped trap doors, we have these shroom lights which are offering a nice bit of light. And I tell you what, I'm taking so much damage at the moment. There's a lot of mobs deciding to shoot at me. I don't have any gold armor on, so that's probably not helping that much. But I'd say this place is actually looking really, really cool. We've all got red nether brick as well. On the sides, we see we've got those walls just down there, and we've also making use of the soul lights. That's for a couple of reasons. One, the blue stands out really nice against the black and the darkness. Whoa! And we also keep away those piglins and those hoglins, which is obviously what we want. Now, we haven't sorted out the inside. Now, I'm going to have to break my way in just to jump in here. We haven't sorted out the inside just yet. If we pop inside, you'll see this is still vaguely how we left it. I even just built around this our piglin bartering system just there. So, yeah, we've got some more work to do here, but that is something we are definitely going to be doing in the background, and hopefully we'll have some more work done by next episode. But now, I want to go somewhere else. Gold. Now, gold is incredibly important and useful in the Nether update, so I want to build a gold farm. Here we have an awesome design by Nembom. I'll leave a link to this video that he showcased all of this down in the description, and this also comes with the world download we are taking a look at. Now, I don't want to build an XP farm. Now, there is a few reasons that I don't want to build an XP gold farm, and that is because in a future update, they will be patched. Currently, they make use of a bug, and that will be patched in future updates. So I don't want to use that, and plus we already have XP farms here on the server, so I literally just want the gold from these zombie pigmen. So what we have going on is zombie pigmen will fall from these platforms up here. They will spawn on these magma blocks, which only they can spawn on. They will see these turtle eggs become aggro, and hopefully, if we can see some somewhere, they will wander towards those turtle eggs. And as we'll see, hopefully if we maybe back up just a little bit, we'll start to see them spawn in. They will run towards these turtle eggs and then fall to their death. It's really, really simple. Then all we need to do is just collect their items down on the ground just like that. This is what I want to build, and we just got to work out how we're going to do it. And I think the first thing we obviously need lots and lots of is magma blocks. Then we're going to need lots and lots of wood to make all of those trapdoors, and also a lot of turtle eggs. So I think what we now need to do is we need to get onto the nether roof, and then we need to go and work out where we want to build this thing and start gathering some materials. Now, I have flown out to a fairly specific location. This is in a nether wastes biome, and underneath us, underneath all of this bedrock down there, there's a very big area of lava. That means that underneath the bedrock there are very little spawning spaces, which is obviously what we want, so we can maximize the spawns which are going to be going up here. Now, this is all of the magma I believe I have. Now, this was what was lying around in my shulker boxes, and I got a little bit back from the base. We might have a little bit more at the base, and we have so far made 3 layers. If we fly up and take a look at this thing, we have a layer of 3, a layer of 6, 6, 6, and 3 on the side just there. Now our turtle eggs are going to be going in the middle, just there, obviously there, there, and on the other side just over there, and that is where I just run out of magma blocks. Yeah, that's taken a lot of magma blocks. That has taken a lot of magma blocks. IAFK platforms can be up there. I'm still not sure how many platforms I yet want to build. That's something I'm going to have a think about. But as we can see, zombie pigmen are already spawning. I think minimum 5, but maybe we might go the whole way up to 10. I think it might be nice to have a really nice big number. So I think what I need to do now is I need to head back to the base, hope we have some more lying around, magma blocks. If we don't, we're going to have to go out into the nether and start mining them up. And after a while or so of exploring the nether and mining magma blocks, we have 2 full shulkers. So what I want to do is I want to get these 2 full shulkers placed down, see how many layers we can get done. Once we've done that, we'll take stock and see what we want to do. 2 shulker boxes of magma blocks have been placed down, and oh, there it is. Oh, that scared me. That scared me. This is quite scary flying around here, but as we can see, we have got these layers built up, and that is a good amount of layers. I quite like this. Let's count how many we've got. So we've got the top one, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not bad. That is 7 layers of magma blocks we have in there. Now, the next thing I want to do, and I want to do this as quickly as possible, is get floating glass blocks up above here. The reason for that is ghasts. We don't want the ghasts spawning. They will be able to spawn on these layers here. They can't spawn on those layers because obviously that's a 2 block height only. They need about 4 blocks high to spawn in, which, well, with open-ended roof here, they definitely are able to spawn. And here we go. You ready? We have placed the last turtle egg for this column in, and don't worry, we haven't finished the farm. I haven't done it that quickly because that would have taken a lot of time. But if we take a look over here, yes, here we go. So this first side over here, tons upon tons of trapdoors have been placed in, and the turtle eggs have been placed in on the sides. So that's used about 1.5 stacks of turtle eggs or something along those lines. Yeah, that's 2 stacks of turtle eggs because each line is 32 blocks long. So that's 2 stacks of turtle eggs. As you can see in my inventory, I don't have enough turtle eggs to finish the entire farm. I've obviously only got enough, another 2 stacks there that will do that column there, and then we've got another couple of stacks in my inventory which will do that column just there. The zombie pigmen I accidentally made angry, so they are falling to the ground, and that is why on the ground there is tons upon tons of XP and loads of other bits and pieces. So this is what the ground is looking like at the moment. It's a little bit insane. So yeah, I am cracking on with the farm. There's a couple of other bits we do need to do, and I will come back down here and pick up all the XP and gold because obviously that is nice to keep. We do actually want to add a glass band. Now this is 5 blocks thick all the way around the farm, so that's something else we need to do, and we also need to add string or some unwalkable block on the top layer here as well. But this is just making me laugh. The amount of pigmen just falling to their death here is absolutely hilarious. But this part of the farm here, this is done. Now we're back over here at the gold farm because I just wanted to point out a couple of bits and pieces before we wrap up today's video. Now you'll already have seen that we have another wall almost in place. We've still got one more layer to do just down here. We've still got this one to do down here, and also getting all the trapdoors in place, which takes some time. It takes some time, but I'm getting into a rhythm of things, so hopefully we'll have a bit more of this done by the next episode, which would hopefully make a bit more sense. But yeah, down here we have currently made a very temporary collection system. This is just to collect the gold that comes through for the time being, just on that platform there. Obviously we will build them up for all of those sides just there, so we're going to have another 3 more of those hopper chains. Now these are temporary. I must point that out. These are just going to go on the ground just while we're building this thing and finishing things up. Now obviously we've still got that big glass ring to place around. We've still got all the string we need to place down, but this is kind of working. I mean, these 2 platforms here are working, which is really, really cool. And if we fly the whole way up here and try and land on this platform, which is up at world limit, we should hopefully be in the prime spot for AFK. So I'm just going to land up here. I'm going to stand in the middle of those blocks. I'm going to bring on the spectator count, and let's see how this looks. Now here we are with the spectator count, and as you can see there are a lot of pigmen spawning in on the other platforms. I mean, that's to be expected because we've only done less than half the farm really, so there's a lot of pigmen spawning in. But if you imagine all those pigmen are constantly falling to their death, I mean, we can just look at this side here. Look at this, it's absolutely awesome to watch. Now there is this thing here going on where the pigmen are stopping on this bottom layer. Now I think what I need to do is just add a bottom layer of trapdoors here so they think they can walk on that block, because I think they're getting a little bit stuck thinking they can't walk there. So I think if we add maybe another layer of trapdoors just at the bottom, that might fix up that problem. But I mean, look at it, it's just raining down, and it is also rained down the middle one from that side there. But this is just awesome to see all of this gold coming down to us, and we are going to have so much gold from this thing. So in the next episode, hopefully we'll get this thing done, and we will have tons upon tons of gold to start a proper pigling trading unit. And with that, that is all the time I have for today's video. If you have enjoyed and are looking forward to seeing this gold farm fully complete with it just raining zombie pigmen and we're going to get tons upon tons of gold, make sure to tune into next Friday's episode of OmathaCraft. It's going to be very, very exciting. But that is all for today's video. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, as it really does help out the channel quite a bit, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Look at this! Look at this! my word. Pi doesn't know anything about the Nether update either, so this is just hilarious. They've been going for ages. This piglin has been able to get away so far. I'm not wearing any golden armor, so I'm surprised he hasn't had a go at me. But this is just so amusing. Look at how many piglin there are. Zombified piglins. That's what they're called. Oh my word.